Fine. That. Okay, fine. So today let us see at the question and answer session. Just now we have seen. Okay. So let us look at the questions. In the early Vedic period, Varna system was based on occupation. We have already seen multiple times. Early Vedic period, it was completely based on occupation. Later, it became by birth. Okay. Which of the following Buddhist texts refer to the 16 Mahajanapadas? Anguttara Nikaya. We have already seen many times. Anguttara Nikaya is a Buddhist text which mentions about the 16 Mahajanapadas. And Samaveda, Rigveda, Atharva Veda, Yajurveda, they belong to the Vedic age. And Bogajkai inscription we have seen yesterday, it belongs to Turkey. Okay, Bogajkai inscription is from Turkey. And what it mentions, just let us have yesterday we've seen, right? Bogajkai. So Bogajkai is the inscription, mentions the name of the Vedic gods and goddesses. Okay. And also we have seen these Vedic gods and goddesses are the witnesses between the Hittites and the Meitites something. There are it was found in Turkey, right? Now in Turkey, and it say the Hittites. Okay, the Hittites are the one of the first tribe to come to India in the ancient period. Okay, so we have seen all that yesterday. Anyway, so how many states were there in the Mahajanapadas? Very basic, 16. So this was the important question. Which among the following are republican states? As we have discussed, most of the states are monarchical in nature. That means there is a king and king is the all powerful. So obviously the Brahmins will also have domination. The Brahminical domination was there. And we have seen Magadha, etc. They are all monarchical. And only from republican states we have seen that new religions have come. Buddhism and Jainism. Wherever new religions have come, they are mostly from republican states. So in this particular case, Malla and Kamboja are Republicans, and Anga is in
Monarchical.
see Anga is in the extreme eastern part of the country. Okay, Magadha is a monarchy, Anga is a monarchy, Briji is a Republican state, and here we are saying Cambodia is also a Republican state. So remember this: the 16 Mahajanapadas and where they are located, and the capitals also. All that is very important. So Malla and Cambodia are republican states. Anga and Kashi are monarchical states. So east to west, that means from the Bihar side to the westernmost. We have seen Anga is the easternmost. Okay, followed by Magadha, Kashi, Koshala, and Matsya. Okay, if he says from north to south, then Cambodia, Gandhara, okay, Kuru, etc. Usually they will ask Avanti. Avanti is important, and they may ask Asmaka or Asaka. Asaka are mostly called as Asmaka. So that is from north to south. Northernmost is Cambodia, southernmost is Asmaka. So he said from east to west. So Anga, next Magadha. If he gives Riji, then Riji, Magadha, Kashi, Malla, Koshala, okay, Vatsa, Avanti, Matsya, Gandhara, Cambodia. So that is from east to west. First comes Anga, Matsya. Where is Matsya? Matsya. So Matsya is also relatively to the west. Okay. So that is also important question. Takshila was the capital of which ancient Mahajanapada? I have already mentioned Gandhara. So Gandhara is here. Takshila is famous for Takshila University, and Kautilya or Chanakya is also a teacher there. Actually, he was a student and later he was a professor of this area. And when Alexander came to invade, he came from here the Khyber Pass, and he went back. And later, Kautilya assisted Chandragupta Maurya to defeat Dhanananda. Dhanananda was the emperor of the Nanda dynasty or the Magadha dynasty at that point of time. So, who among the following is a contemporary of Gautam Buddha? So, this also we have seen both Bimbisara and Ajatasattu were contemporaries of Gautama Buddha and Mahavira. So in this case, Ajatasattu is given. So Ajatasattu is the answer. So Ashoka later on Maurya age, Alauddin Khilji long after 12th century, 11th century, the Khilji dynasty, Delhi Sultanate, etc. Bindusara is again in the Maurya dynasty, right? Bindusara is the son of Chandragupta Maurya. There is a story behind why his name is Bindusara. We'll look at it when we come to Mauryas. Anyway, remember Ajatasattu and his father Bimbisara are contemporaries of Gautam Buddha. So the Republican state which had its capital at Ramagrama is Kolias. Remember that the Republican state which had its capital at Ramagrama is Kolias, and we've already seen Anguttara Nikaya. It's also very important. Anguttara Nikaya mentions about the 16 Mahajanapadas, part of which Buddhist book? It is Sutta Pitaka. All these are very important. Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka, and the Jatakas. So whenever you say Buddhist literature, first thing they say is Pitakas and Jatakas. And they were mostly written during the Buddhist councils. Okay, first Buddhist, second Buddhist, third, fourth, and all those things we will see when we come to Buddhism. But they are all very important. First one is Ajatasattu, second one is Kala Ashoka. Okay, third one, and the locations also where it happened. And third one is, I believe, Ashoka, which is very Ashoka is one of the most important ruler of the whole ancient period. Ashoka the Great. Okay, we'll go into depth when we come to Mauryas. So Sutta Pitaka came first, Vinaya Pitaka came second, Abhidhamma Pitaka is the last. Okay, that is also sometimes asked. The Anguttara Nikaya, which mentions about the 16 Mahajanapadas, is part of the Sutta Pitaka. Remember that. So, which Mahajanapada rose to prominence on account of access to iron mines? So, see, Gandhara, Surasena, Matsya are all. Gandhara is in extreme northwest. Avanti is in the proper central. Okay, central, and of course Magadha also had control over all of the northern part of India. So, which Mahajanapada rose to prominence on account of access to iron mines? In this, among these options, Avanti is the best option. Which Mahajanapada traces its origin to the Kurus, who had shifted from Hastinapur, which was flooded. So Kurus means in the Mahabharata, Duryodhana, etc., etc. They all belong to the Kuru Vamsas, and Pandavas, etc. Everyone knows that story. So Vatsa. So this is Vatsa. See, this is Vatsa. This is Kuru. Okay. So Vatsa traces its origin to the Kurus, who had shifted from Hastinapur, which was flooded. So there was a flood in this region. So they started migrating and they came to the central India. Vatsas came from Kurus. Remember that. Which Mahajanapada corresponds to modern Munger and Bagalpur? Okay, Anga. Anga is here, extreme east. Okay, see, Mahajanapada Anga, capital is Champa, modern location is Munger and Bagalpur. Very important. They are mostly in probably West Bengal, maybe this region. So very important. Munger and Bagalpur, Anga and Champa. Champa is the capital. So the southernmost Mahajanapada was Asmaka. We've seen already. Southernmost is Asmaka. And Asmaka capital is Pratishthan on Paitan, which is in Maharashtra, and it is on the bank of Godavari. So southernmost is Asmaka. Name the Mahajanapada, which was a confederacy of 8 republican clans, which is Vajji. Very important. Okay, one of the most prominent early republican state is Vajji. Where is Vajji? So Vajji, capital is Vaishali, and modern location is also Vaishali. And let us look at the location. See, this is Vrijji, or Vajji, whatever. Okay, so this is the confederacy of 8 republican states. One of the earliest is also Lichavis. Okay, when you say republican, first thing that should come into your mind is the Lichavis, and later the Vajjis also. Vajji also is a confederacy of 8 republican clans. So which of the following pairs are correctly matched? We have seen multiple times, so it should be easy. See, Anga is Champa. We have seen. Uh, Kamboja is Taxila. Actually, Gandhara is Taxila, right? So this is wrong. Asmaka, Matsya. So correct. Which of the following are correctly matched? 1. Matsya, Virat. Okay, try to remember that. 2. Asmaka, Potana. Okay. And 5. Anga Champa. Anga Champa we can recognize from this. Chedi is Shuktimati. Chedi dynasty. There is that. This one. Okay. Chetia or Chedi. See Chedi dynasty in Sotivati Banda Bundelkhand region. Basically central India. When you say Bundelkhand, this is the region usually in Uttar Pradesh, and Malwa, Mewar are these regions. This Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh combination, that is Malwa and Mewar region. Fine. So try to remember as much as you can. No need to remember everything. If you remember two or three, that should be enough. Gandhara is Taxila, remember that. And Anga is Champa. Magadha is initially Rajgriha, Girivraja, later on it is Patliputra. So just some time back we have seen the first king to have a standing army was Bimbisara. Obviously, Bimbisara is the founder of Haryanka dynasty and is the first dynasty of the Magadha Empire. And Magadha is the first large empire. So it has the first standing army, Bimbisara. And we have seen Mahapadmananda is the founder of the Nanda dynasty, and Nanda dynasty is the third and the last dynasty in the Magadha dynasty. Brihadratha Jarasandha we'll see later. Brihadratha and all it will come later. We'll see that time. So Bimbisara, the founder of Haryanka dynasty, did not have a matrimonial alliance with which kingdom? So we have seen Madra. Madra is Punjab. Okay, Licchavis is the oldest republican, and the Koshala. Okay, so Madra will be somewhere here, and Koshala is here. Okay, in Nepal and Uttar Pradesh region. Fine. So with Anga he did not have, but with others he had matrimonial relationships. And Bimbisara's son Ajatasattu was very ambitious, and he fought against his maternal Koshala, Lichavi, etc. Everything. So I asked you to remember this, right? Name the physician who Bimbisara sent to cure Chandra Prajota of Chandis. Jivika. Jivika is the physician of Bimbisara, and this Prajota belongs to Avanti, right? If you remember, right? It's Prajota belongs to Avanti. Okay, one C. We've seen it, right? Okay, Bimbisara, capital at Girivraja, etc., etc. See, he had a rivalry with Avanti king Pradyota, but with Avanti king Pradyota later became friends and sent his royal physician Jivaka to Ujjain. Okay, that is what is the question is asking here. The physician is Jivaka, and he was sent to cure Pradyota of Avanti. Remember that also. Avanti, and Avanti capital is Ujjain. So the Gandhara ruler of Takshila, who sent an embassy to Bimbisara, was Pupushti. So Taxila is in the northernmost. Oh, see, this is Taxila is in Gandhara. So Pupushti is the ruler of Gandhara. From there, he sent to embassy to Bimbisara. So Bimbisara means Magadha here. Okay, from here he sent an embassy to Magadha. Remember that. And his name is Pukushti. Mahapadmananda was known by what title? We've seen all these titles. Okay, Ekarada, Ekachatra, and Sarvakshatrantaka. All the titles belong to Mahapadmananda. So, who was the Nanda ruler at the time of Alexander's invasion? So, multiple times we have seen Dhanananda. Okay, Mahapadmananda is the founder of the Nanda dynasty, and Dhanananda is also called as Ugra Sena, something we have seen, right? And Dhanananda is the king who was present when Alexander's invasion took place. But Alexander never crossed the river and he went back. So, which of the following cities were known as Jaladurga or Waterford? Basically, Patliputra. So, initially, Rajagriha was the capital of Magadha kingdom. Later, Udayan shifted it to Patliputra. Remember it very well. Udayan shifted it to Patliputra. And also, we've seen Kalashoka also shifted the capital to Patliputra. Champa is the capital of Anga. The oldest republic in the world is Lichavi. I mentioned multiple times. The oldest republic is Lichavi, and one of the famous is Vriji, Republic of Eight Clans. So this try to remember, okay, which of the following is correct? It says one, two, three. So try to remember those things. Mallas, Kushinagar. Kushinagar is also associated with Buddha, okay, in Nepal. And Marias is Pippala again related to Buddhism. And three, Kalamas, Kesaputta. So these are something related to Buddhism. Even I'm not completely aware. Anyway, try to remember as much as possible. Lichavis, Kundalagrama is also, I mean, when we see Buddhism, we'll see all these things. Pava, Mithila, these are regions related to Buddhism. Anyway, Lichavis is the oldest Republican state. Just remember that and whatever else we can remember. The Persian emperor who destroyed the city of Kapisa was Cyrus. Okay, at that time, see, Persia is not far away. Till here, Cambodia, etc., we had these Janapadas, and just nearby in this area is Persia. So we had very cultural and trade and every contact with the Persian Empire also. So Cyrus was the Persian Empire who destroyed the city of Kapisa. The Persian Emperor who enlisted Indian soldiers to fight Alexander is Darius III. So Xerxes, Darius, Cyrus, they are all Persian emperors at that time. And Darius III was the Persian emperor who enlisted Indian soldiers to fight Alexander. So keep that in mind. So obviously he was defeated by Alexander and Alexander marched forward towards India. So under which general did Alexander place northwestern India? So after Alexander came and I mean he won the war with Porus, also called as Purushottoman, but his army refused to go forward, so he went back. So when he went back, he placed Seleucus Nicator as the governor of that place. Okay. So Seleucus Nicator was the governor, but the Nanda Empire was defeated by Chandragupta Maurya, and then Chandragupta Maurya had a war with Seleucus Nicator also. He defeated Seleucus Nicator and took his daughter Helena as wife. Okay, all that will come in the Maurya Empire. So this is also very important. Seleucus Nicator was the general of Alexander who was placed in northeastern India. He was later defeated by Chandragupta Maurya, and Chandragupta Maurya married Helena, who is the daughter of Seleucus Nicator. So the Greek settlement of Boukephala is located on the banks of Jhelum River. Okay, not very important, but fine. Alexander remained in India for how many months? Okay, not very important, but just keep in mind 29 months. And he went back, and on the way he expired. So Alexander's historians, basically Ptolemy, etc., all those people, they gave us the information about the Sati system, sale of girls, fine breed of oxen, and Chandragupta Maurya's visit to Alexander's court. So all are there. So which of the following was not a unit of measurement of land in the pre-Mauryan age? So all the others are units of measurements of land. Just try to remember. If you can't remember also, it's fine. Not very important. Karisa, Nivartan, Kulyavapa, etc. The term used to refer to the head of a Shreni. Shreni means a trade guild. Traders used to form guilds, more like our unions today. And the head was referred to as Jeshta, Pravara, Pramukha, etc. So the term sarva in the pre-Mauryan age meant a caravan. Means when these tradesmen are carrying goods, they, I mean, a group of camels or a group of horses, donkeys, etc., is called a caravan. Silver coin, etc., they are called nishkas, rupaya, ropakas, etc. So when we talk about pottery, one thing which is important is that pottery. ENC sessions. Just a minute. This pottery is also very important. Frequently asked question. So let us try to look at it. Okay. So these potteries, you have to remember it is frequently asked. Okay. You can see the screen, right? So in the Harappan age, the pottery is black and red ware. Okay, black on red ware, etc. In the early Vedic period, it was ochre colored pottery. So we've seen yesterday. Later Vedic, it was painted grey ware. Okay, in the Mauryan period and pre-Mauryan, it was northern black polished ware. Very important. NBPW. Okay, we look at it all these things. Don't worry. And post-Mauryan and during the Kushans, Guptas, etc., it was red ware. So try to register all these things. These are very important. During the Mauryan, it was northern black polished ware. So what do you mean by northern black polished ware? Northern black polished ware. Okay, this is northern black polished ware. You can see this, right? So these are considered as luxury items during the which period? These are northern black polished ware during the Mauryan and pre-Mauryan age. Northern black polished ware. Next, ochre colored pottery. Let us see. Ochre colored pottery. Okay, this is ochre colored pottery, which we have seen in the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, all this brown color what we see is called ochre colored pottery. Initially, it was next redware pottery. Okay, this is redware pottery. So all these are very important. You have seen northern black polished, that is Maurya. Okay, pre-Mauryan and Mauryan is northern black polished ware, and post-Mauryan, Kushans, Gupta age, etc. That is redware, and early Vedic period is ochre colored pottery, and Harappan is simple black and red pottery. So this is very important. Okay, so let us look at the question. Northern black polished ware is the characteristic pottery in which type? Is the characteristic pottery type in the pre-Mauryan age. Okay, pre-Maurya and Maurya we've seen NBPW. So that is correct. It first appeared between Ayodhya and Varanasi. I don't think it is correct because Ayodhya and Varanasi is not right. Black and red ware is directly followed by NBPW in the eastern areas, which is correct. Okay. In the northeastern regions, black and red ware is just badly. Just okay, fine. So what is saying black and red is directly followed by northern black polished ware in the eastern area because the Vedic period is mostly prominent in the northwestern region. If you observe, it was prominent. Vedic was more prominent here. So in the eastern part, black and red ware is directly followed by what is this northern black polished ware, which is pre-Maurya and Maurya. So that is also true. Black and red ware is followed by painted grey ware, which later gave way to NPBW. That's in general also. If you look, okay, what is saying black and red is followed by painted grey ware, which is followed by northern black polished ware, and that was followed by the red ware. So pottery is also very important. Frequent questions will come on pottery. You have to remember the order and where it is, western side or eastern side. Fine. So I think those are the questions on this is just theory, which is also important. So I'll send this PDF, go through. So these are the important questions on Magadha and Maurya. So it is not directly there in the syllabus. It is very important to remember this because questions will be asked from this. Okay.